Okay. It's so funny that I put on her music not too long ago, and now here she is posting something new. So I guess we are listening to this again. Have to start catching up again? Have a main menu and a title now, which certainly means you need some sound effects and music. I got music. Raynon gave me some music. We'll see if I want to sing 99 bottles of beer on the wall. 99 bottles of beer. And take one down and pass it around. 98 bottles of beer on the wall. Okay, but the menus needed, I guess, environment. I think I want a bar stool model. And then maybe like a bar. Although that might just be a wooden cube. And then sound effects are going to be so opening the bottle. Let's see, I kind of want to just leave the new song on. Well, maybe I'll just do that. My stream will do what I want. Okay, opening bottle sound effect. Drinking. Then let's see I don't know if I want to do glass shattering, but like glass dropping. Well, maybe like a glass hit. And then maybe a glass shatter if I get to the point of like breaking the bottles. Okay, and then the thumbnail. Did I need to do anything more for the thumbnail? Well, no, I guess stick figures are not the key to a good game, because I did do. I guess yeah, I've been doing stick figures for a bit then, because I did stick figure here, and then I did stick figures here, and that game did not turn out good. So yeah, no, stick figures are not the key. 3D stick figures though, because this one's actually coming out okay. Have a beautiful explosion now that is definitely not just an image. That's suspicious, but congrats. It sounds like it is just an image, but I mean, congrats on having an image and having some kind of ending thing. Okay, wait, if I do stick figure. It's an American reggae and dub band. I meant just to like a stick figure. Okay. Now what if I do stick fight? Well, a lot of these stick figures are doing like the ball hands. Like yeah, ball feet and ball hands. 80 stream streak. Holy heck. Getting closer to 100 stream streak. Well, and I haven't even been streaming regular either. I've just been streaming kind of whenever, so it's kind of amazing that you managed to hit all of them. Okay, so how about stick fight? I was gonna say stick fight the game, but then there's... Maybe I do red or blue. Yeah, okay, red's a pretty common color. Do you already have opinions?
No, I just want to steal you for a second.
Oh, okay. I'll be back. Wow, your timing is perfect. I was wondering what. Okay, yeah, because my green screen is bad. The green screen is not properly greened and screened. Okay, so maybe we do a red instead. Okay, maybe not the brightest red possible. Okay, and then the position of that was... No, because it's an awkward stick figure, I think it does need to... Yeah, okay, now it's not clipping through the thing, but... That feels a little too low to me. Oh, I never fixed the... I never fixed that animation. I never did the lower. The lower animation is not corrected. I fixed this. And that I didn't. Arm right lower. Then we do same thing for the left arm. I totally forgot about that. Okay, let's actually double check that these... Well, I guess I could just hit play too. I'm glad I said all the little things, because that is what this is going to be. It's just all the little things. Fixing an animation here, fixing an animation there. Okay, there we go. That looks less jank. Okay, and I think I am going to have the bottles just clip back into the hands. That's just because... Oh yeah, and this was 0, and this was 2. No, yes, 2. 2, 5. 2, 5. 0, and 2, 5. Yeah, okay, if I want to attempt hand modeling again, I can do that later. Let's do all the other things. Okay. Yeah, it looks a little awkward with the bottle clipped into the hands, but it's supposed to be like the hand is coming around the bottle. It is what it is. Okay, so then I did have the thumbnail first, but that was the question, is if I go back to the thumbnail scene, that is that still okay? Yeah, the shader looks a little off. Should I do like a more lit shader rather than a not so lit shader? I don't know. Oh, and then I might just do a snip of this. No. Because there was a... No. Okay, I did want to do a build of this. And then, yeah, do the thumbnail build again. Because the name is encroaching a little too much on the other things. And I need to make the thumbnail fairly square. Yeah, okay, this lets me cut the... I almost feel like I did make the guy a little smaller. Well, do I want the shaders? Because the shaders are clearly causing issues on the joins there. Guess. Do I want to shrink this just a little bit? Oh, motherfucker balls. Yeah, then the bottles aren't even attached now. Gosh dang it. Okay, and then let's try that again. Okay, yeah, you still can't see the legs, but that's okay. Almost feels like the beer needs to be pouring out of the bottles. Also, does this still have the cap? Because I'm realizing you're not gonna see it, but makes sense that these would not have the caps on. Oh, whoops. Oh, you don't have these drinks. Okay, and then the question was... Okay, so then we do that as a thumbnail again. Let's see if that... it's like the character needs like a drunk face or something. I think there's just a little bit of emotion, a little bit of something missing from this. No, that's actually kind of working. Having the little guy there is... I feel like the legs need to be a little visible, though. But yeah, as a tiny thumbnail, I think that is working. So, I might just call that good for now, and say thumbnail is good. I don't really feel like working on sound effects right now, because I'm having too much fun with the music. And I was doing menus for quite a bit. Oh, there was another menu thing. There was the scene transitions, the options menu. Oh, the pause menu. That's the last. So do I want to work on the... Okay, in terms of what's necessary to call the game finished is menus. Okay, definitely scene transitions. Scene transitions and pause menu. Oh, because that's also the game over menu. Or not also the game over menu, but it needs to be... Okay. I am enjoying the song, but I've already burned myself out a little bit. And I think I was just listening to her stuff recently, so I'm like, maybe again later. I mean, I like this noise stuff, but I don't have a ton of artists under that list. There wasn't a ton of stuff under this tropical house artist here, right? Is there? Yeah, okay, that's what it was. There wasn't a ton under here, but that's something new. We'll see how long it takes for me to get sick of it. I don't think it's going to be very long. Okay, and this is the game over menus for both when you win and lose. Okay, so this I think is technically, if we want to call the game, is done as soon as possible, despite the fact that there's still over a day left. How much is left? Yeah, 1 day and 20 hours. The game over is the most important part. Then probably the pause menu so you can get back out of the gameplay. Then the scene transitions, then the options. And then sound effects are also very important here. Then the environment, I would like to spruce up, but doesn't necessarily need to happen immediately. Okay, so now we do the game over, which is also the pause, the other menu stuff, basically. That should probably be a prefab. It's a prefab UI, because it is the thing that kind of tells the UI how to work. Why do you double the bottles? Oh, because these did not. They're still just floating around, but now that they're under the character. Okay. So that's a little cleaner there. Yeah, this is not great. It's 20 minutes into the stream and I'm yawning. Yeah, that's what it was. I was doing the menus, which this is the... There we go, that's... I was trying to pull this over. Okay, and this is only going to be if I try to do the credits. I'm not trying to do the credits. I guess I kind of should have the options. Okay, and now I have buttons already. So let me do a button. I guess I could pin it to the right. It doesn't have to be in the middle like I usually do for my menu stuff. I like it in the middle though, is the issue. It just is easier to figure out where it's gonna end up on the screen. And this should actually be... Okay, we continue. Well, okay, both of these buttons are gonna need to be wider. Yeah, and then why are you doing it like that? Probably because these are not also widening. Ah. Then why does the text look like it's not centered? Why do you look like you're not centered? Okay, well you're supposed to be off by like 5, but why do you... Aha, why are you not centered? No. Okay, you're supposed to be pinned to the middle. You're supposed to be pinned to the middle. Yes, there we go. You're supposed to be in the middle of the button. And then we're gonna do this just in case I get a longer bit of text or something, right? Okay, so now that looks like it's centered when I make it wider. So now the continue button. And then the main menu button. And then that's simply taking, this one's nice and easy. So just go here into the main menu. And then continue. It's also pretty easy. Because, go here. Sucketh. Reset that. Get rid of the image. This is the pause menu. And the continue button. The main menu button go under the pause menu. So then the continue button says the pause menu. Set active to false. Okay. It's a Captain Krabs, howdy howdy. Now for the most important question of all questions. Will there be settings in your game? I have an options menu. I haven't implemented it. I haven't gotten there yet, but yes, I wanted to change the volumes of the audio and the sound effects. That's probably more of an indication as to whether the game is done well or not. Is the, Oh. Okay, Okay, so then the escape key, which was keyboard, current. What are you going on about? Keyboard current. Escape key. was press this frame. Yes. Put that in if. Then I want to do whatever the pause menu is. Game object, please. Pause menu. And then pause menu. Set active to true. You guessed incorrectly again. Very good. 5 out of 5 game. It has settings. I think that is an indication of a game that's done better or not for me is, well, I don't know. I guess there are some that I didn't really do menus because of the fact that, like, because I think, like, the little roller coaster that I have was fairly good for the jam, despite the fact that it is not much of a game. I think it's a fun little toy for sure. And then obviously it does not have a lot of menus. Okay, so now we get rid of the pause menu. And then here we shall see if so now if I hit escape, pops up with the menu. I need to have it disconnect from the thing there. Because now I can't actually click any buttons, but it's at least popping up. And then if I could click continue, it would go away. And it's probably here. Wait, does escape just automatically unlock the cursor? Because I didn't tell it to unlock the cursor. I guess we just do a is paused here, maybe. Or is not paused. Or rather, if it is paused. I've listened to this too many times. Although I might put my desk down. But yeah, it has only been half an hour, but I'm like, my knees aren't feeling it. But then it's like I sit down and my back isn't feeling it. I really do wonder if my feet are just screwed in terms of I have no arches and that just the whole leg, the whole system from, because I got crunchy ankles, my knees hurt sometimes, my hip hurts sometimes, and my lower back hurts like frequently. While on Instagram is absolutely convinced I need a little footboard. And I might give in. I have gotten some junk from Instagram that I actually do use. bool is paused. And then both of these update things here are just if it is paused, as in if it's not paused, then you can try to do this. And same thing here. It not is paused. And we say from the menus. Oh, and it's just not escaping right now because I guess I could do like a it's a, you know what, sure. Good to remember how to do the thing. So, I don't really need to pass anything, I just need to say paused. And then paused. Dot invoke. Or this invoke? I don't know how to do invoke. It's clearly not it. When the drink is drunk. Okay, question mark, period, invoke, and then I didn't put anything. So I don't actually need to pass anything. And now you... Wait a second. Wait a second. You're subscribing here, but you're not on subscribing. Okay, I don't think it really matters because the game manager is being destroyed. That's not good. But again, good habits. Oh, did I even subscribe? I haven't subscribed to the menus. Paused. And then I think that's, we're just gonna call it paused as the method. I said I was gonna change this, and then I didn't do that. I guess it doesn't need to be public. And then we just do is paused. It's true. We'll do a continue in here too. We'll just invoke pause again. And that'll just toggle it. A little ugly, a little weird. It's a game jam, who cares? Okay, so now paused is not paused. Okay, equals not is paused. Okay, toggle it. So you hit escape, it toggles pause. You hit continue, it toggles pause. Which then is a problem, because if you pause the game and you hit continue, no. If you, there should be a way to do that, right? If you pause the game and hit continue, that'll toggle it back to not paused. Oh, but it's if you hit escape while the menu's open. No. I think there's a way to toggle it so that the menu doesn't close, right? Okay, like I said, I've listened to this too many times. Good stuff, but it's just I've listened to it repeatedly. Could go back to some Nintendo soundtrack stuff. He did some interesting videos about a frog stacking game and then the little guys, and then I think he just disappeared, right? He just hasn't been around. Yeah, Frog Corral, which I had fun with, and then yeah, little guys. Did a couple of videos about the game about little guys, and then I guess July 4th. I guess there has been some updates. I liked 13 of my posts. Goodness me. Nice Go-Go's quest trying to get my attention. Okay. It worked. I'm very distracted. Yeah, okay. I'm assuming this is somebody who's just having fun having a Discord community. I've just been terrible about using any kind of Discord. Oh yeah, I was listening to this earlier. Maybe we do that. Thank you for the hydrate. Seeing how I got very distracted looking at somebody else's stuff they've been working on. Okay, the hydrate, then I can think again. Okay, the pause menu. Let's just see if it comes up. Cause here. Or rather the U. I think because of the actions should be. Yeah, okay, let's see if this. Oh, well, it needs to unlock the mouse too. I think it's already automatically unlocking the mouse. Okay, yeah, so now that's. Yeah, there, and that was the thing, is if you don't actually hit the buttons. Which it wasn't, because the mouse is not getting unlocked, I think. So then cursor. I never did the reticle lock states. Lock state is Y. Why do you always guess wrong? None. I guess. Gives to me my mouse back. There's so much of this that if I had just done a template, I wouldn't have to do. So much of the jam is just getting taken up with, let me remake a pause menu. Like, you'd think I would have learned. There is no main menu in the thing? Evil gnome. You stop eating your cabbages, but they tasty. I like my veggies. Gotta get some kind of nutrients. Although cabbages probably aren't a huge amount of nutrients. Okay, first problem was there's no main menu in the builds? Yeah, there is. Scenes main menu. So when I try to hit main menu here, scene manager load scene main menu. And I go here and I say in the build list there's a main menu scene. So what do you mean that the main menu couldn't be loaded because it's not been added to the active build profile or shared list with the asset bundle is not? What? Main menu, that's what it's called, and it's in the build list. You said Pagorli? Ah. There's always a Pagorli. Well, at least right now they say it's Pagorli bot. I don't know if there's actually a Pagorli. There hasn't been an actual Pagorli in a while, just a Pagorli bot. Okay, we hit escape, we hit main menu. I don't get it. Main menu couldn't be loaded because it has not been added to the active build profile or the shared scene list. The asset bundle has not been loaded. What do you mean he has a bot? At least for my stream, he is a bot. He's been a bot recently. The little roller coaster you see in the background there, the Phil XD has made a bot that Pagorli uses as a bot to extend the roller coaster. So that's why there's just a whole horrible amount of roller coaster in the background. Because Pagorli has a bot that extends it. Which really, I should just bake it into my... Yeah, I need to remake the flippin' roller coaster thing. It was just for a jam, and then I've just kept it around. But the fact that I have multiple bots spamming messages in there... yeah, I need more than just the one extend thing. I have to remake it in Godot. I don't have to remake it in Godot, but I suppose I could. Because the logic would carry over. It's not a bad idea to just pick a project I've already made and then remake it in a different engine, especially something fairly small like a Game Jam game. Okay, but What do you mean? The scene list? Oh. Not the active scene list. There we go. It had the inactive scene list. I added it to the scene list, but not active scene list. Okay. It's easier to actually have an actual transparent background in Godot. Okay. That definitely would help convince me there. Hey, there we go. And then we hit start. Yeah, I definitely need the transitions, but hit continue. Oops, it's broke. Okay, but at least that's unlocked to be able to do this. Okay, so now the only issue being here, you hit continue, it just hides, it does not actually try to continue the game. Oh, wait. Actually, it's just a simple thing for me. Maybe if I just go over here, drag this here, see, and then we're gonna be just having it continue, then hide the pause menu. And we hit continue. There we go. Okay, so now we hit main menu. We hit start. Yeah, okay, so not super easy to transition between the two, but who cares? It's a jam. Okay. But now you can escape back to here and quit. Okay, so that is basically that's the pause menu done, right? I could add in options to the pause menu, so that you don't have to mess with the options from the main menu, but I put that lower on the tier. So pause menu, but if we're going by tiers, I said game over menus. Whoops. Okay, I have a game over panel here. Pops up with wasted. And then I do wasted in green if you win. The end goal is still the same. You drink all the bottles of beer, or you drink most of the bottles of beer, you end up wasted. Okay, yeah, we'll just do a different one. I don't know, like success. Or you win. It's kind of boring, kind of simple. And let's do like a green. Oh yeah, and I did. Or maybe just a white. Oh yeah, because then I could go to the next like scene from there too. Oh, did I want to add some kind of animation to this? Well, okay, wait. If I do the GTA wasted, what does that look like again? I guess a wasted compilation 37. I was gonna say it took a while to get to audio.
No, it's not a cigarette. Finding my center
What is
before I
this video?
practice.
2 million views. It just. Why are we zooming in on each of the characters? Are we gonna get around to silly antics?
Are you stupid?
Oh, now it gets around to silly antics? did it take that long? Okay, slow-mo. Okay, the actual... Okay, so when it pops up... Okay, so it gets more and more desaturated until it hits... There, it just hits a frame. Where it goes full black and white and does the sound effect. So there's not really a transition, it just hits you with a full black and white. The sound effect and the word. What? Oh, I guess YouTube didn't like it. Is this 2 million views? It seems like absolutely nothing is going on in this video. Okay. Oh, look at Eagle. You'd get taken by the Eagle. You think I'd get picked up by... I was talking about the turkey vulture that was in the neighborhood recently, and I was like, yeah, I saw a gang of turkey vultures kind of hanging out on a building one time, and I was like, I'm small enough that that's intimidating. They're big enough birds, and there was a bunch of them, and I was like, that's actually intimidating. Okay, do I know how to do a black and white effect on the camera? Okay, but at any rate, it was flying menacingly. It was doing a circle there, and I guess it circled around us, so... Both of us looking like tasty treats. I don't think the bird was that big, but... Okay. So this is really just a matter of... the game over text. It's a list of text mesh pros. Now I just need... here. Okay, give me that. Okay, back to cutesy music. Instead of the wasted compilation. Okay, this is the game over text. Yeah, in which case there is no losing, there's only eventually success. But I too kind of want to have a drunk meter. But we'll see. But for now, I guess I do just need the success. But I obviously, there's just too much of a, like... I gotta do the Grand Theft Auto, like, wasted. It's a game about drinking. Okay, so then this was... I guess I don't need that anymore. Okay, this was... the... when you've drunk all the drinks. Actually, the only thing I have when you drink all the drinks is here. Drink drunk. Oh, there we go. Drink drunk. There we go. So then if this is... yeah, just to hedge my bets here. If it is less than or equal to 0. Really shouldn't be getting less than, but then the game over text is success. The text is equal to success. the game over text is enabled. Why? Why do you always guess the wrong one? It's a bool and you always guess the wrong one. Okay, and can I change the color easy? I don't really need to change the well, it's just, yeah, okay, I can. Yeah, and you guessed wrong again. Okay, so then it needs to be a timer. Because that'll also be a nice countdown too if I have a timer. And then you only have a certain amount of time to drink all the drinks. Oh, and then I'm just doing the one text here. So now that's the game over text. And this will be a very good test to see if it's actually doing it right. If... Okay, so now I think maybe not 99 bottles. Okay, just popping up. It needs to be not popped up at the beginning. There we go. Oh, and then the other thing was... That's the text. I mean the game over panel. Oops. So game over panel. And then that's actually what needs to be enabled. Game over panel can be... You guess wrong every time. And then did I actually remember? Will I actually remember? When will you wear wigs? This. There we go. Okay, then how about we just do one bottle instead of 99 drinks, one drink. The goal is to drink one singular drink. That'll tell me if I am successful. And we'll just pop up this pop-up for every single drink for all 99 of them. Yeah, success! I did it. Okay, this should probably also pause. Oh, and then, okay, maybe we do just a, here. So then also a restart. So the pause menu, we're gonna grab these buttons. So now this is gonna go up here. Probably a little too high. But 250 seems like it's probably a little too low. It's 260. And you are the restart button. And then yeah, you can continue to be the main menu button. Okay, let me hide the game over panel. And different menus. I also need to add a restart. And then that'll be scene manager.load scene, and then whatever the current active scene is. Dot index. Build index. Okay, there we go. And then that restart button needs to be set up to be that restart. Okay. So now we drink one singular bottle and win the game. Yay, success. That looks a little scrunched. Maybe I just move the main menu and the restart down a bit. Because I do kind of want to leave the 0 there. Like that just feels like for a game with a countdown, a game about a countdown. That feels kind of right. Okay, so maybe 200 then. Okay, and then obviously it is switching it out with the correct text. Well, yeah, because the other thing about doing the wasted is I gotta rotate or let the player fall over. Yay! Okay, so then it should also pause the game. Although pausing the game is not. Well, then pause menu set active to true. Okay, so only when you hit escape does it set the pause menu to true. This is just pausing. Okay, so then I can do this as well. On the game over. Oh, I put you under here. Do I make a game over here instead? This should be under the menus, not under the game manager. I'm realizing. Wait a second. No. Shoot. Well, I guess it's really just the first-person rigid body. But I also don't have the first-person rigid body as a thing here, do I? More actions? To just say, when are you game over? Seems like it could work. I don't know if this is how you should be doing things. Game over. Okay, and then I am remembering how to do this stuff. There's a game over. Question mark. And then dot, and then invoke. And then it's a method? It is! Okay. So that's how you invoke game over. And then both of these actually should be doing this. A game manager dot game over. So subscribe to that. And then paused. Actually, yeah. Okay, yeah, that actually... Did I have it on this? Yes, I did. Okay. And then the menus can also do this. Or rather, the menu, no, the game manager. The menus here. Damn it. Silly spam calls make me really dig my phone out of my pocket. Okay, and then this is game over. So then I can game over it. One of these, it doesn't really matter where. Game over. So then the stuff I was doing over here in the game manager, I can do over here instead. Okay, so now I just need to pull. What? No. I don't need WhatsApp on my computer right now. Thanks. Okay, so that's the game over there. And then the button. Or the... I don't know. Let's just see what's broken. That works. I don't care if it's a little jank. At the bottle, it's just like everybody freezes and it stops like that. And then we back at it again at Krispy Kreme. You suck! I said that loud enough that I could hear that echoed through the apartment. You mean it's not? What do you mean it doesn't exist anymore? I didn't get rid of it. Right? Huh? Okay, but that wasn't a -1 problem, was it? I guess this will also help me test. Like, okay, so if I drink 2 bottles at once. It does hit -1 and it does... What? Dadgummit, you're not supposed to go down to -1. I thought... Oh, if it's less than or equal, it doesn't actually reset it, though. Okay, so now, no more -1. But also, do you game over correctly? It doesn't seem like it. It pops up with the thing. Or it was kind of doing... Okay, so if I just do the 1 arm, I drink the 1 bottle, it does it correctly. I hit restart. And then it explodes. Yes. Why did you destroy the game over? And now can I... Okay, I can't get below 0. Well, that's good, but why are you destroying... That's not what I wanted. This. Why are you destroying the game over panel? Because it's set here. I'm not ever actually setting it to inactive, right? Does it not exist, or does it not exist in the script? Is it somehow breaking it on the script, or is it just straight up deleting it? Okay, we hit restart. Game over panel. Okay, we go to menus. Game over panel. It exists. It's attached. What is your major malfunction here? Okay, now the pause menu's gone? Pause menu's right there. Pause menu's there. Why? What? Okay, let's fix the drink issue. That was the ad break ending. Dang it. I was like, wait a second, ads? Maybe I could go use the restroom. That was the ad break ending. Okay, what was the... So shouldn't it be pausing? Oh, yeah. Because I got rid of the rigid body because it was having issues for opening the cap. Okay, but that error is not causing it to stop working, right? Okay. Oh, and I hit escape. Where's the pause menu now? Menus. Pause menu. And you hit escape. Pause menu set active to true. And you have a pause menu. What the... You were just working. You were just doing the pause and unpause. And then I decided to switch over to this game over. Okay, and I'll put the play maximized, play focused, so that I can see the pause menu, whether it's doing anything or not. Pause. What? Where did the buttons go? What do you mean there's nothing under the pause menu? Did I... Oh. Really? Did I not... I just dragged them over? I didn't copy them? Is that really what I did? Okay, let's try this again then. Continue. Button. Okay, and the game over panel still has buttons in it. Ay ay ay. You. Continue. And the action is... Wait, does the restart button also have set active to false? It does. Yeah, the restart button, you don't need to be setting the pause menu to inactive. Meaning that is... Well, no, that's how I made it. Here, menus. Continue. And then the main menu button is still the main menu button. Okay, and then these go back to in the middle. Okay, so now let's see if I actually have a pause menu again, or if I done goofed it. Okay, I have a main menu again. I just completely moved the... What? Got a full playable version now? You did or I did? Because I just kind of got a full playable version now. I don't know why the... Oh no, the echo effects don't work on web. You got me thinking I should try to do a web build here too. Because I do want this to be playable on web. But it's only not working on web, so... Have everything except for the book content now, so I guess it's time to write. Gee whiz. I thought I was doing good. I thought I was doing good with this project, and then everybody's like, oh yeah, I finished. That looks like it didn't fully pause. Which is pretty bad considering, you know, audio is 50% of the game. Oh yeah, okay, you're talking the audio echo effects don't work on the web. Yeah, that... if that's most of the game. Just the book content being 270 books, so... you're not close to being done. I mean, you could throw some lorem ipsum in a lot of those books, right? He did say specifically no AI, so I guess you can't just have AI. Just, spit out a whole bunch of nonsense to go inside the books, but... Well, are these supposed to be like little articles inside of the books or something? Are these like Skyrim books where you could full on read the book? Or is this just some random words in a book? I mean, you can make a whole book that's just the same word repeated. Like the Doug Doug book. And Doug Doug published author. I don't think he's an award-winning author, but wait, the Doug Doug book, I just typed in Doug Doug. Yeah, an in-depth review of Doug Doug. Doug 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 Doug. Oh, the foreword is the actual... There we go! Doug Doug. Doug 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 Doug. There's the actual book. So you could do something like this if you're looking to fill a book with text. Even did a goofy 3D cutscene at the end. Oh, for your game? Oh, you did a full 3D cutscene for a black screen? Gonna have some lorem ipsum, some 99 bottles of beer books, 3 volumes of the number pi, probably some stuff from Wikipedia. Oh yeah, Wikipedia is a good one. It's just grab chunks of text. I want to have a book with a list of your games, one with a list of my games, one with a list of Atacons, one with Brainoids. Yeah, okay. Like I said, I was thinking of doing like for pictures around the bar of just here's other people's games. That I don't know if I can make it like a clickable link. Okay, so what are you going on about the fact that the Game Over panel does not exist? Because the Game Over panel in the menus is right there. What? Is it just doing it the once? No, it's here when it goes to Game Over. It's saying that the Game Over panel doesn't exist. This is the menus script is saying this Game Over panel does not exist. This Game Over panel does not exist. How? What? Book of random numbers, one book that's just actually a shopping list. And a book with streamers to check out, so if you know some that are really good, then please tell me. And I'm assuming you mean like smaller streamers and stuff. I have like a, do I have like a follow list? I have the list of suggested streamers. Somewhere, right? It pops up on my, yeah, preferably indie devs. Okay, wait. Where did my... Oh, I guess it's only when you're... okay, the content dashboard here or something. Because I thought it was somewhere on, like, my homepage. It had a list of, like, other streamers that I suggest. Is it under the stream manager or something? Somewhere around here. There is this, favorites. Yeah, so where's this list? So there's my list of favorites. I don't know if there's an easier way to find the list of favorites. But that's at least some streamers that I know. That I'm like, I don't know how much, like, Brainoid streams. So I don't know if that's a good list, but if you're talking for people who actually stream somewhat frequently. Okay, scene transitions, option menu, and I don't think I want to work on sound effects. Why does it say that the game over menu can't be found when you restart? It says it's destroyed, but it's like it's both linked and not destroyed. I don't understand. Okay, the scene transitions. Do I have the picture that I wanted to use? I think I do. Yes. And then I gotta remember how to do... That's like... I know there's a Brackies video. Oh, and it is a 20-minute video? I don't know, I'm at the point of like, I kind of want to just play with something else. Yeah, because I know Bracky's mentioned something about using a UI group and stuff, and I definitely need to remember how to do that, but... Okay, this is the transition. You're not a sprite. You're not a sprite. Now you're a sprite. Well, is it really just a 2-to-1 ratio? Well, I mean, close enough. Yeah, it's like here, it's good. It's just the... I guess if it's quick, then it's... whatever, okay. Just the fade in, the fade out. Well, okay, how about swipe in? Maybe fall in? How about that? Fall in, and then a fall out. Okay, yeah, you need to be pretty far. And then here... direct transforms anchor position. We'll just say there. And then just make it 0. So that's in the middle of the screen. Let me do a new one that is fall out. And property here for the anchor position to be 0 at the start. And then add a negative 1000. Okay, and the animator here should start with the fall out actually. Nope. Set as the default state. There we go. I was like, I don't know what the other extra thing is there. I guess it's just on start. Well, it's like the start of the scene. I hate you. I hate you so much. Why? Why does it default to loop? And why can I never remember that it does that? I mean, I had a pretty big dinner. I had a couple slices of cheese bread and pizza, and I had a mango, and I still want something like sweet. I still want some kind of dessert. I still want. Okay, the transition, it's a UI element. Yeah, and I also know that there is a dessert sitting in the fridge. So yeah, that definitely affects things. Okay, so now what I need to do is just play the Okay, yeah, I'm running on fumes here. It's been a long day. And it's hitting 8 o'clock. Waiting. The 8 o'clock yawn. Almost right on cue. Oh, that's why. Yeah, okay, because you need the transform. No, the transition animator, play, fall in, and then you can do like load scene after. Yeah, that was the actually wait, so is that where we would just do the menu, the oh, only the one yawn. I thought that was a pretty powerful. Dude, this is why I get hit with the 3 yawns at once. Typically. Okay, so now the animation for the fall in is going to have a. I mean, it's not going to be a start game necessarily. Oh my goodness, the image has all sorts of things. This is why I needed to look at the Brackeys video, because it's like I want this animation to play. And after this animation plays, then it switches to the other scene. And that was the part that I didn't remember exactly how to do. Dagnabbit. Because I know he goes on about canvas groups for a bit.
Now, something that almost every game needs is a smooth way to transition from one scene to order! Order! Now, with that set up, we can select our level loader, hit add component, and let's go ahead and create a level loader script. Let's double click it to open it up in Visual Studio. And the first thing that I'm going to do is get rid of our start function. We won't be needing that. And instead, let's have a look at triggering this level change. So in your game, you probably want this to happen whenever the player kills a certain amount of enemies or reaches a certain point. But since this is just a quick example, we're just going to trigger this whenever we press a certain button. So instead of update, we can have some kind of if statement where we check for input dot. And I'm going to use get mouse button down and just input the first mouse button. So whenever we click with our mouse, I want to go ahead and load the next level. And this is a function that we'll create now. So we'll create a public void. And I'm making this public in case you want to call it from other scripts. For example, if you have some kind of final checkpoint that you need to reach, you can call this inside of that checkpoint script. Creating a coroutine, we don't type void, we type enumerator. We then follow it with our function name. So this is going to be something like load level. And here we're going to take in a level index as an argument. And here we want to do three things. First of all, we want to go ahead and play our animation. We then want to wait for that animation to stop playing. And finally, we want to load the scene. So step one here is very, very simple. All we need is a reference to our animator. So we'll create a public animator. And let's just call it something like transition. This way we can reference different animators in order to have different transitions. And then down here where we play our animation, we simply go transition.setTrigger. And we'll pass in our start trigger. This is the parameter that we created inside of our animator. And that should go ahead and play our animation. Then we want to wait for a certain amount of seconds. So we'll type yield, return, new, wait 4 seconds. Again, this is the weird syntax that I was talking about. All this does is that it pauses this coroutine for X amount of seconds before continuing on. And we can type in, let's say, 1 second here, or we could go to the top and turn this into a variable so that we can adjust it in the inspector. So let's create a public float called transition time and set it to 1 by default. And then we can simply put that variable down here. Finally, to load the scene, we use scene manager.load scene, just as I showed you up here. And we'll simply load the scene with the level index that was passed in. This way up.
Also, it's just doing a delay. Did this have like a load scene after a certain amount of time? Because that's really what it is. It's just I need to load the scene after. No. Like I said, they don't have a... Okay, so it's just a yield, return, wait for seconds, and then you just put in however many seconds. So this being an enumerator, or I guess here, the start, so yeah, I do need just a level loader to load the levels. Okay, let's go back to Qt Music while I try to remember how to. Might be a bit fast. There we go. So this is an enumerator. I'm just gonna pass in a string. I can pass in the name of the level I want to load, right? Oops. Yield, return. Wait for seconds. And then transition time. Yield return, new. Yield return, new. Wait for seconds. There we go. Okay, so now we do load level. And then this is where I want the main. And then the other scenes where I'm loading stuff. Ah, shoot, whatever. Because this is a build index. Hey, there we go. Okay. So then that's the name I want to load. Oh, hey, an ad break. I might use that to use the restroom. Not that I've been drinking a ton of water, just that I don't hold any water, I guess. I don't know. Okay, now let's make the transition time actually have some amount of time to it, which, like... Well, no, I know exactly how long the animation is. So... menu... Menus... Transition time being 0.5... And the transition animator being this. Okay. Let's do one very quick test to see if it does it. Nope, I broke everything. We're gonna take a defeat piss, I guess. Instead of a victory piss, I'll be back. Oh, and that was the thing, was here, or here? No, start game, credits, quit. Didn't seem to want to start the game, though. That's not starting the game, though. Which is supposed to, the transition time. Why is the animator for the transition not responding either? You don't say there's anything wrong, you're just not doing anything. So you hit start game, it tries to load level main, which goes to here and says play the fall in animation, wait for a certain amount of time, and then load the scene. But it doesn't look like I'm... Menus, start game. Why does this look like it's well out of place? The screen space overlay thing was not a good idea. Okay, so how about this? It just doesn't look like it's reacting. Because then it should just be going to the next scene anyway. Can you do just like a... Except that it should be transitioning anyway. Even if the transition is not showing up, it should be transitioning anyway. Because it sure looks like I'm hitting the start button. Okay, so the transition time is none. So just immediately teleport to the next scene. And you're not doing that either. Why is this broken? Why it looks like it should be doing something. Okay, and also, can I pull this forward just a little bit? No, not really. Why are you not transitioning like you were? Because you... This is why you don't change things. The start button is working. I mean, it's highlighting like it's being clicked on, and then you click on it and it goes to menus, start game. Menus. So we go to menus, start game. Start game. Load level main. It goes to here. Plays the fall in animation. That's not true. Waits for 0 seconds. That seems to be not true. And then loads. It doesn't seem to be doing any of these. But it sure seems like I'm clicking the button. Okay. So load level. Is it just not doing any of this, or is it getting stuck somewhere? Okay, so then here fell in, and then waited for seconds. Who is having issues here? To console. When I hit start, it does jack diddly. How are you doing nothing? Menus, start a game. You were doing it just fine when it was just this. Loading the scene. Oh, god damn it. I know what it is. It's sticking IEnumerator. It's not a method. I'm trying to start it up like a method. What is the flippin' syntax again? The load next level. Load level.
Up here, we don't have to call load scene. Instead, what we'll do is call load level, and then pass this right in. And because our load level function is a coroutine, we also need a tiny bit of extra syntax here, and that is whenever we start a coroutine, we need to call the start coroutine function. So we'll wrap this entire function.
Okay, there we go. That's the bit I forgot. God balls. Okay. Start routine. Dead gum IEnumerators. I always forget that bit. Okay, now let's see what this does. Okay, that's why it wasn't responding at all, was because stupid flippin' mother balls. Wow, I really done borked it. Okay, so now we hit start. Did that do the thing? Ugh. Okay, yeah, the transition doesn't exist there, but whatever. Oh, and then it's at 0 because I was messing with it. God balls. Okay. Now let's back out all the changes I did. Okay, 0.5. Now that I figured out what the issue was, and then let's also just go to the other scene while it was complaining and say, okay, also, you have a transition. What do you mean? So just use it. Yeah, goof. Also, you know, if you go in here and you set the thing to a specific thing, like this, you don't have to write it down every time. was gonna say you loot. Okay, back to main menu. Yeah, okay, a little awkward, but that's okay. Got some kind of scene transition. Wait, what? Shoot. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like if I dump a bunch of bottles in front of the screen and then I start the scene with a whole bunch of bottles in front of the screen, that's... Yeah, this seems to be working. What do you mean the... Okay, menus. You have this stuff. You have the text. You have the game over panel. What are you complaining about? It doesn't exist. It's right there. I can see that you have it. Why is it just the game over that you decided, oh, no, it doesn't survive in between scenes? Despite the fact that it sure looks like it does. Okay, well, that's scene transitions. I don't want to mess with options right now. I kind of need the sound effects to be able to test if it's turning off the sound effects. Anyway, do I want to work on sound effects right now? No. It is 8:30. Do I want to model anything? Not really, no. But I'm also like, a bar stool is really not that bad either. Yeah, because what I'm thinking is not even like the wooden bar stool that you can move. I'm thinking the straight up, like, the diner kind of bar stool that is just this. A metal cylinder and then a colorful disc. Like, that's... a restaurant bar stool? Yeah, this, like the classic diner bar stool. Literally just here's a metal pole and a red cushion. Well, that was like a classic look. I wonder what kicked that off. Because, yeah, that looks like something I could put together in Blender pretty easy. move it up by a certain amount. And then we do another one. Okay, wait, this, so way to, yeah, because this inset faces, so then does that let me bevel? So if I do extrude along the Z, nope, along the Z, please, and then scale it down. And that's showing those being the things that you're clicking to bevel. So then these, and then Control B. Yeah, see, and then it does that. I'm like, I don't understand what I'm supposed to be. What am I supposed to click on to bevel? Because I think bevel is what I want. I think bevel is what I need. It just immediately splinters into just craziness. So unless it's the face that I need. Yeah, and then that looks like it's just kind of splintering into insanity too. I'm like, what do you select to bevel? I don't get it. Like one of these edges? Yeah, kinda. Okay, so then we do... Okay, shift. Aha. So we do all of these edges and hit Control B. Ooh, there we go. And then I can do that. There we go. That's how you bevel. Okay, so maybe we do, instead of shrinking that first. So this here. Not the face, the edges. Okay, try that again. All of those edges. And then Control B. Aha. And then because of doing a low poly look, we're not gonna shade it or auto smooth it or whatever. Okay. So save bar, stool. Save the Blender file, and then also export it as an FBX. I didn't select any objects. I guess I could have just said everything. Why are you not highlighting this one? Oh, because I'm in edit mode. Okay, there we go. Okay, I am learning. It's just been absolute hell to get here, but it's been so many steps, so many incremental, small little baby steps, but I feel like I have made progress. And now we're out of this one. I've listened to too much music. I've streamed too much. Yeah, and then this, I like it, but it's a decade old at this point. And I'm pretty sure even if I go down here, I'm gonna recognize this too. Okay, maybe a little less so. Okay, yeah, actually a little less so. Let's just start here then. Okay, then the question was, where this at? It was export FBX to here. Nope, I do recognize it. Now that it's getting to the meat and potatoes. Yep, no commentary, nothing. I'm getting kind of to the end of my ability to do stuff here. Oh, Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls is out? I didn't even realize that that was... I guess it's not gone, but it's come. Oh yeah, reminder to all interested, the Marvel Tokon open beta is this weekend. Okay, so it's not fully out. It's just in a beta this weekend. Okay, let's stop getting distracted. Discord. Okay, Yep, I totally remember this. Okay, yeah, cap and pole are looking pretty similar, but we'll do them as two different ones, I guess. Okay, we're gonna do, I guess, seat. And then give me that classic red. I already closed the thing. Wow, all of these are from like a weird side angle. Like that, maybe? Again, it does need to be metallic, but yeah, smooth and shiny. One plastic look. Oh, I didn't actually label this as anything, did I? Oops. And then bugger off. Oh, that's kind of massive. Oops. I think half size is not enough, but we'll start there. Okay, half size is player sized. So if I want it to be like, yeah, okay, so let's do quarter size. I think I really done goofed the lighting. Okay, because then I also want to add a collider under here to be a capsule collider. Okay, and then because I separated it from the model, it has no clue what to do with this. Oh, and then you're... Ugh. Bugger off. Okay, so is adding just a little bit of decoration, is that gonna make... Oopsie daisies, what the heck? Okay, just give me... Nopes. Yes. Well, no, okay, this... There we go. Because I do just want to shift it over on the X. There, does this look like anything? They look like they're floating, because they are. So maybe if I just move them down. Do I want to make them bigger? Do I want to... Okay, well this is some kind of environment, just to try to spruce it up a little bit. And then, yeah, it's too late. I'm not messing with sound effects right now. Oh, but then these are apparently massive compared to the player. Okay, maybe we shrink the collider. Yeah, there's enough colliders on the player to get stuck on things. It's probably fine. He doesn't need to be. Okay, you can squeeze through them, but you can't. So they're a little bit of an obstacle. But then the game over doesn't... There's a transition animation event that isn't specified? Oh, the transition was trying... Okay, yeah, no. The transition animator. Yeah, this. Okay, there we go. Okay, and then back up to... $99. Okay, so it's just the sound effects, but I don't think I want to tackle that tonight. That'll be it tomorrow. And then bugs. Like the bottle caps being heckin' funky. Wait. Are you... Yes, the bottle cap is attached fully. But then it's pop... What? The bottle cap is fully attached. Oh, did I ever lock the cursor state again? You... No, I don't. Oops. Okay, if it is paused, do that. Otherwise, Why did that get deleted? What did I click? Where'd the lock state go? Where'd lock state? Did I copy it and not paste it correctly? Okay, yeah, no, this is very much time to stop and do a... The only major thing being the sound effects. I have a bar stool model. I didn't make a bar, but I was kind of wanting to by just doing a cube. and saying the bar. And then we just throw the wood material on it. And move it over to like here. Or maybe, okay, well I want to embiggen it. Not a ton on the Z. Yeah, okay, maybe a 1.5. And then maybe like a 3 on the Y. No, that looks huge. And the X is like a 5. There we go, something like that. Okay, so there's some kind of bar, there's some kind of bar stool. Oh, so when I look at the classic bar stools, I guess they are kind of under a shelf a little bit. I guess I do need to put like an overhang. Yeah. Okay, but it is just a cube. And then just another cube on top. Well, I do have a lighter wood. So this is the tabletop. Which, just copy this. Okay, then scooch it up. And then make it just slightly bigger. So slightly bigger on the X. Slightly bigger on the Z. And then so much smaller on the Y. Okay. So there's some bar stools. There's a bar. There's just the options menu and the sound effects, and the options I didn't want to mess with until after I get the sound effects in. So it is just the sound effects, of which is those. I'd say the bar feels a little big, but you're supposed to be able to like oh, the bar is almost a little too big. Okay, but now the bottle caps are staying. Oh, no. Okay, they're... No, wait, they were staying on the bottles while they were rolling around. Right? Sometimes? Oh, no. Sometimes they're staying on the bottles. Sometimes they're popping off of the bottles. Oh no. Oh no. Okay. Now I just need crazy drunk effects. Maybe I can make these buttons a little more interesting too. I didn't do a build. Okay, we do a build. We post it on social media, and then we call it a night. And get back at it tomorrow doing the sound effects and the options menu. And then I can screw on with whatever I want. I haven't like I guess the finishing the game page and probably like submitting the game just like a day early and then just updating it. trying to figure out why I'm so warm. And I'm like, duh. I have the door closed. Which is nice in the winter. It's a little too much in the summer. And now, I figured out the way to trim a video. You just have to go to photos. Which is, you know, doesn't entirely make a ton of sense. Shite. I was a little afraid of that. That's a quick fix though. The prefab, the UI for the transition. Yeah, I think I run into this every time. It's gonna start there. And then the animation for the fall in is gonna start there. Oh, and it definitely wasn't big enough. Oh, except, can I tile the image? It's not gonna help anyway. It's not like this tiles. It's not a seamless thing here. But it didn't look like it was big enough. Okay, starting at 0 and going to there. Okay, now let's see if this is big enough for the two of us. For me, myself, and I. Oh, I need to do a web build at some point too. Okay, no, that's a tomorrow. Okay, sound effects, options menu. Web build is tomorrow. Tomorrow morning. Then I can see with whatever's left of tomorrow and Sunday. What do you mean? Oh, no, I did a new build, right? Did I do? I just did a new build. Transition. I just changed the prefab. Meaning that transition in the scene didn't... Okay, yeah, no over... What? This is changed to 4,000 by 2,000 and starting at 1,000. You aren't doing that. I didn't change this. Okay. Bugger off. 0. 0 and 0. And then you need to be under here, I believe. Okay, so is this exploding? Is this working? Does this do the full transition over the whole screen? Yes, okay, it's too zoomed in now. But that's okay, it was not... Okay, now... Open scene, main menu. And now you also didn't get changed. They're prefabs. I made them prefabs so that I would not have to do this. Gee, thanks for just not doing that. Okay, now let's run this as a build. I guess that's the other thing. So that's... Tomorrow is going to be sound effects, options menu, web build, and then bugs. That's going to be the last bit for tomorrow. There we go. That looked like it took up the whole screen. Okay, and then I still gotta figure out the options. What do you... I didn't flippin' update this one. This one does not have its transition. Okay. Now we do builds. This seemed like a fairly small bug to fix. Okay, now... Are you working enough that I could post this on social media? It looked a little silly, but that's okay. It can be polished. Okay, yeah. The bottle cap bug I will need to figure out. No, at least the bottles are not clipping through the walls. Yeah, I very much need to figure out the bottle cap bug. Yeah, and I kind of like the... You just have 99 bottles and you have to search through all of them. Like when they fall on the floor and stuff. Okay, I think I need to make the rock texture look a little better, because most of the game here is staring at the walls and the floor, and they look a little grainy. If I make it better, I think I just need to tile it more. Yeah, and I gotta mess with the lighting and stuff, too. Oh, the fact that the way I set up the character can walk over all of the, like, can stumble over all of the drunk bottles is great. It was not even intentional, but yeah, just like this, where you can kind of... Okay, so there's 3 bottles that I missed. Yeah, I need to mess with the lighting so you can actually see what bottles are where. And then if I can get it so that you actually do have like a glass clink sound effect when you're running around, I think that'll be huge. Like when you do that, I think that'll be huge. I see it. That green. Bugger off. You're supposed to do the game over menu. Why did you not game over? Okay, let's write down the bugs too while I'm messing with this. Okay, so the bugs being bottle caps, or well, I guess a bottle cap hover, and this game over menu is not popping up? Do you have a game over text? Do you have a game over panel? Is it because I restarted it? And it just decides that the game over is not there? I didn't restart it though. You've just decided that you don't want to do the pop up the game over. Wait, you have a game over text and a game over panel. You're not doing anything with those, are you? Those should go away, right? Yes, okay, you were doing stuff with that. Now you're not. So let's get rid of those. To try to lessen my confusion here. Ideally, I wanted to show off the whole gameplay loop. Well, and for doing that, I could also go into the drink and just set the max drink amount to 1. So that each time you pick up a drink... Well, no. It's really just I should edit it. I don't know. Okay, thank you. Okay, one last go at doing a build and see if it'll let me get to the game over menu, or if it doesn't, we just call it quits. Okay, do I want to play the whole game to just get to the game over? I really shouldn't. But I guess this does... I should do a full gameplay. Well, it's just because I wanted to see if I can get to the game over. And I was getting to the game over just fine earlier, but... yeah, there's just something satisfying about... Oh, and the cadence of the hands is at 2 different speeds, too. When you're pulling one off the one side and one off the other. Yeah, some of this feels like it needs a jump button. Well, I knocked 23 of them on the floor. Now I gotta scoop up all these floor beers. Or drinks, rather. Still want to, like, avoid calling them beer, specifically. Just in case, but... yeah, even just adding this, like, little bit of a bar environment thing did help a bit. Oh, and I hit 0. And there's no game over. It still didn't game over again. Okay, that's it. We're just gonna run the game. Wow, it didn't catch the main menu at all. Nope, I did it too fast. Dang it. Okay, so we do this. Do you have to be loaded past the logos for this to run? Okay, or we just do this. We just start it from here. Because it won't start it from the other spot. Showing off how jank it is. It's like, oh. Okay, and there's no game over to get to anyway, so I can just kind of cut the gameplay wherever. Oh, the music! I forgot to turn the music back on. Oh, what if I'm gonna be posting on social media? Shoot, I guess I should. Dadgummit. Now I gotta do another build, and do another video, and do... Oh, and it's got the other music in the background anyway, so... That goes away. I think it was too early. Yeah, okay, it does not pick it up during the logos, but once the actual game is there. Or not? No, the game exploded? The game just crashed. What do you... Okay, you didn't want me doing this? Now I just can't record gameplay now that I'm ready to record it? Win Alt R. Thank you. God, balls. There is some chaotic energy of running past the bar to just start hoovering up drinks. Oh, I could even... Yeah, because if I have a stick figure, I could definitely have, like, an NPC stick figure. Like, at one of the bar stools and stuff. Yeah, I could have a bartender, I could have another patron at the bar. Okay, so did I finally get a flippin' video? I think that does actually work as a thumbnail. Oh, and then because I was starting with the main menu, yeah, okay. So then this one. Oh, I need to have the music playing from here, but that's okay. I can fix that. That's a tomorrow fix. Yeah, so it's mostly just, yeah, it's just sound effects and bug fixing. Is the two big things. Yeah, sound effects and bug fixing. Okay, and then that's the game over not showing. That's a tomorrow bug. Okay, now we can post this on the socials. Like here and here and here and here and here. And maybe here? Yeah, because I could go to... And because I have the audio already. Wait a second. That's always the thing. It's like trying to figure out the music that goes with a TikTok. And then the text is the other thing. You can't really put the text on. Okay, and then... Yeah, trying to do this just freezes up Chrome entirely. And I also have like 600 tabs open. It doesn't help anything. Okay, I should have done one thing at a time. We'll crop it for TikTok later. I want to do the actual posts first. Whenever Chrome decides to come back alive again. Which is apparently going to take a while. Great. Because it doesn't seem to lag out my stream or anything. It doesn't seem to lag out my computer. It's just Chrome dies sometimes. Cute. I think the buns... Well, it's just because... It is... one, two. And then you gotta have me... Then I have to remember what it is. That seems very skinny. Okay, but I remember it was 420 or 69. Because it's funny that both of those numbers, both of the funny numbers. Okay, I didn't think it was that. What? That also doesn't look like 1440. Okay, maybe not this. This is only 1440 height-wise? I would have assumed it was more. 1920 by 1080. So I guess it would be 1440. And it's doing the... Yeah, I was gonna say that. Wouldn't that be like 720? Also, what did I do? Why did it just... Okay, that is 900. The... Okay, so 2560 minus 720 divided by 2. Okay, so plus another 20. Yeah, okay, that looks like it's centered. Yeah, not that I posted the other days on TikTok, but that's okay. Yeah, okay, and then the central guy. This is, I think, the other reason why I like doing very central things. Is because then it survives whatever cropping you do to it. Yeah, the hands are off to the side here. This does make me want to kind of put the hands a little more in the center. I could do square then. That's an idea. Okay, so now is this one 690? Nope. Is it 420? No. It's because I recorded it on the other monitor that's a different size than the other one. Okay, so 256. Minus 1440 divided by 2. 560. Okay. Maybe I'll record things on my other monitor so that it's a little easier to remember the numbers. Because they just mean numbers. Okay, so crop it to video. This is to make a TikTok video that's not even going to be seen by anybody, but that's okay. Okay, so it was uploading. I didn't know. Okay, yeah, pause. You can pause, then play this one. Which is a little awkward with the menu over here. Yeah, okay, but now the hands are on the screen. Just got my friend to play through a little. I need to put way more landmarks to tell where you are. He went back to the same note accidentally like 20 times. I was kind of wondering. It was one of those things of like, I think if you know what the map is, that's gonna be pretty easy to play through. But if you don't, then it's Now, was your friend scared? Because I know you said you made the game scary, and it seems kind of scary. But, and it's going to be slow. Yeah, no, I think if it's every single step is trying to map out exactly where you are, I can imagine it being slow. Okay, GMTK Jam, day 3. This is... just needs some sound effects. A few less bugs. Bug. Friend. Bug. Just, I know it has audio. Is it playing it with the audio? It was okay. Instagram was automatically cropping it, so yeah, that's fine. Yeah, and then it takes me over to here, which does this other thing. You're trying to make it a reel as well, or you also... Okay, I do need to tag it, though. And then when I did GMTK Jam, it just didn't... Okay, I just had to hit comma. Okay, so it was just trying to get me to post it as a reel as well. But it's kind of satisfying. He was happy when his map checked out. See, I think that's I think you're in a good spot there. I think it is gonna be a bit of thinking through it and a bit of gonna be scary for people, but I think it is gonna be satisfying to have it. Got all 100 of the beer books now. Whoa, what does that mean? Okay, so that's that, that's that, that's that. And then the one problem with uploading on here is that yeah, okay, you can do hashtags. You can add a text. Oh, into the video? Or where's the like cover thing? Oh, and you can do sounds. Oh, so you can make a TikTok from the computer? I feel like this stuff was not available before. Okay, but is this the cover here? Or is this just text that plays during the video? Yeah, okay, this is the timeline. This is text that plays during the video. But is there one for the cover? Okay, and is GMTK Jam in the list on TikTok? GMTK 25. Apparently not, but that was supposed to be the official hashtag. Okay, well, let's just do this, I suppose. And the text being that. I do want it from the start of the video. Yeah, I guess it's once it hits here. There we go. Once it transitions out of this, I guess we can have it. Okay, so then can I play the video? Edit the cover. There we go. There's the... Okay, so you can do all of this on here. Okay. Maybe I'd be posting TikToks again, because then I don't have to download stuff onto my phone. I can just do it from here. Uh-huh. That was not what I meant. There we go. It's like the text. That's what I wanted to move. Yes, I want the guy in the middle. I'm gonna sleep now. It's so late. Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm about to head to bed here. Okay, I'm glad I tried this again, though. Because I can fully just... Okay, so then if I hit edit, I can hit play. And then because I didn't do the audio... Okay, let's do that. That makes so much more sense. Yeah, okay, this definitely needs some sound effects. And I think that'll really sell the game and the moment. Okay, was there any other hashtags? Okay, but good to know. I can just fully make a TikTok. Make a clock. What's this? Oh, they're both Game Boys, are they? Help me, I'm old. I'm old. Help me, I'm old. Okay. So that is Blue Sky, X, Instagram, Facebook. That's the black arms still. But I think it posted and it just doesn't update to Facebook. And then TikTok. And then Discord, which is obnoxious. I doubt I'll be able to do. Yeah, because I'm like, I would want to do... Okay, so now I know it's open with photos. And then there's the trim button. Photos. Why photos is how you trim a video? Yeah, okay, but this was definitely the... Yeah, and it's like, I want this. And then I want the, like, you grab a couple bottles of beer. And that's the full video. And that's 4 seconds. Yeah, I think Discord was kind of like, you can only do 3. Okay, let's just try it. Let's just save it as a copy and see. Okay, because it's 10 megabytes, which is like a picture. 7 megabytes? That might be small enough. That was small enough. Yay! Oh, I put the hashtags in the last one, didn't I? Whoops. Yeah, and I think I do want to mess with the lighting and stuff, too. Okay, and then also over here. Not that he cares that much, but... Okay. And... I think I'm good. I think I'm done. That was all the social medias. Yeah, because that was even TikTok. So... Yeah, once I actually get a game page onto some of these other ones, then it'll be updating these with stuff, too. And I find so many games on Reddit. Like, Reddit is definitely the one to post on, but I don't know that they take kindly to... Here's a random Game Jam post. Oh, well, yeah. Okay. So it does seem to be out there visible. Yeah, I think Instagram is very much one of those ones where you just gotta post frequently. Like a Twitter or something. You just gotta post all the time. Okay, and 3, meaning Phil also went to bed. And there's 2 people here that are watching the stream, so nobody's here. Nobody's watching the stream. Okay, so I guess I'm not gonna go raid anybody, and I don't know that there's anybody to raid anyway, right? UFO 50, I keep meaning to... It's on my list of things I want to get back to someday. Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls, yeah, okay. All of the game jammers have gone to bed. Greek myth puzzle game in Unity. Okay, I'm just going to bed anyway. Okay. And now it goes up to 4. But nobody's here unless, yeah, okay. And then I'll be back. Should be back tomorrow fairly early, so I can knock out the sound effects and squash some bugs, and then add whatever features I want. Okay, but goodbye, good night, good luck. Thanks for stopping by. Have fun sleeping. Bye.